People sometimes ask me, do you miss the UK, Mark? How can I, eh? We've got all the comforts of home right here. Digestive biscuit, cup of tea. Great. These are surprisingly difficult to find in Okinawa. Or maybe they're surprisingly easy to find. I don't know, it depends on what you think. Anyway, let's play some Disgaea. Okay, first things first, I want to figure out what Fuji's mobility is. I was reviewing the footage from last time and I reckon I've got an idea. So I think it's got something to do with these numbers here. This one I'm pretty sure is Meichuritsu, which is your accuracy percent, your chance of hitting, 99%, no problem. What's this one here, I think is the key to what's going on. So let's look it up. Okay, so the second one is something like attack correction. If you've got some sort of boost to the attack, or maybe even some sort of debuff, it will be shown by that second number, which at the moment is 0%. Kogeki attack, say, correction, revision, compensation. So you get the idea. Now I think this plus 40% at the end here is because it's a back attack. So let's test that out. There we go, so from the side it's 20%, from the front, nothing. And that's the only number that changes. Wow, so I don't think I ever quite realised how much of a boost you get just by attacking from behind. 40%, it's quite a lot. Anyway, but let's keep an eye on this number here. I think this is what's going to change based on Fuji's mobility. Well, here we go. Oh look! His Kogeki Hosei has gone up 5%. So let's do another back attack and see if it goes up to 10%. Yeah, look at that. We're up to 10% from 2 back attacks. There we go, so we were right. So Fuji does get a 5% power boost for every back attack that he completes, but it's not reflected in his stats here. It's surfaced at the time of the attack in this number here, the second number. Alright, cracking, let's get on with it. Alright, so where were we in the story? Oh yeah, I believe we had a quick scuffle with the Shogun, who was in possession of some kind of magical staff that could immobilize people, although Fuji's sword had the power to counter that. And then the Shogun ran off, as far as I understand it. Let's see what happens next. Isn't there anyone who'll help me? So, 残念でしたね. It's too bad. どんなに助けを呼んでも, no matter how much you cry for help, 援軍は来ませんよ. 援軍, like assistance, I think, or something, it won't come. Well, lots I've gathered. Gyakuten, turning around. The situation has turned around, is that loads of bodyguards showed up. So now we're on the back foot. Not for long, I don't think. What happened to Shifo? Uragirareta. So, uragiri is to betray someone. Uragirareta is the, what's that, the passive form, so we were betrayed upon. We have been betrayed. There must be a mistake. There must be a mistake, there must be some kind of reason. I believe in Shifo. What are you saying, mate? Let's fight. Fuji-san. What's it? Is that Shogun? I think that's the kanji for Shogun. I should know, it's popped up enough. I think Shogun Sama no Yosuga Hen desu yo. So like, there's something strange about the Shogun, there's something odd about his condition. So that's like a giant, I think. Giant technique. Or Scout Morida, who's planning to use some sort of giant technique. There's a twist. Danger level max. So the Shogun was saying, like, you can't win against this technique, but then I think Fuji's saying something like, well, if we can use the technique too, then we've got a chance. So it looks like when you become a giant, you gain the ability to use certain skills, but you can't move or use your regular special skills, lift and throw things, or use items. So it's a trade-off. Right. If you stand at the edge of the stage, next to where the giant character is, you can inflict damage upon them. Okay, characters have some sort of ability related to their giant form, which applies. And the giant ability, regardless, teki mo mikato mo kankei naku, so it will apply to friends and enemies alike. Subete no character, everyone. Right, so there's some kind of meter we have to fill to use it. I'm guessing it's this thing here. Meter fills various things, I think it says, such as when an allied character receives an attack. Okay, so we're going to start the stage apparently with a half full meter. All we have to do now is fill the rest of the meter and finish off the Shogun with a giant attack. Right, let's give it a go. Jesus, this is ridiculous. Yeah. Look at this idiot. Alright, ready to go. Jesus. That was everything I had. The base panel is empty. Let's do it. That's a bit of fun, isn't it? Eat this. That's quite cool, right? 501. Game over. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Back to base. Okay, some preparation is in order if we're going to stand a chance on that fight. I was listening to Malcolm Gladwell's podcast, Revisionist History, and it was what's it about? I think it was about the education system and how best to spend money in a country to improve the overall level of education for people. And he had an analogy to sports. He was talking about soccer or football and basketball. And football is what's called a weak link sport, meaning that if you want to improve the strength of your team, then what your best bet is focusing on improving your weakest players. So, and that's contrasted with basketball. In the world of basketball, you're better off spending your money on a single superstar player, which makes sense. In basketball, it's like, what, 5 people or something? So if you have one superstar like Michael Jordan, he can basically control the ball. You can get it from one end of the court to the other, and there's pretty much nothing you can do to stop him. But in a game like football, where there's 11 people with a gigantic pitch, it takes a lot of interactions to score one goal. You're relying on lots of team members. So there are lots of opportunities in a chain of moves and passes that lead up to scoring a goal. There are lots of opportunities to fail. And so your team is going to be affected by whoever your weakest player is. So that's football being a weak link sport. So what I'm thinking is, Disgaea. Is Disgaea a weak link game or a strong link game? Am I better off focusing on one character and making them into some sort of unstoppable monster? Or am I better off looking at my weaker characters and trying to bring them up to speed? What's my best option? History tells me that Disgaea is a strong link game. where you can build one super powerful character and just have them bulldoze basically the entire game. I think the reason for that is that it's possible in Disgaea, because the systems are so crazy, it's possible to just break the systems in half and create a character who's so powerful that there's just opponents have no chance of standing against him. But on the other hand, I do think that's less interesting. It's a less interesting way to play, and it always makes me feel like I'm not making the best use of the systems in the game, and I'd be having more fun if I was experimenting and playing around with different characters and things. So that's what I'm going to try and do. We go, class up. Level up. Nice. And he's finally learned a skill, thank God for that. Classic. That was worth the wait. Alright, so we strengthened up some of the weaker characters a little. Let's see. See if we can give it another go. Let's start out with just Fuji and Piririka, because I can only cast shield on 2 characters at once. Shield. Yes, please. Excellent. And defend. Here goes nothing. Oh my god. Right, well I can't cast shield or Braveheart anymore because Piririka's dead now. Let's just do what we can. God damn it. Okay, we're back in business. Come on then. Oh no, I didn't mean it. What was all that training for? See, this is much more like it. If he can survive one turn, Fuji, then on the next turn I might have him. Let's go. Take that. What you gonna do? I guess that's that. Right, I've decided Disgaea is a strongling sport. Who am I going to boost? The obvious would be Fuji, wouldn't it? Take my character who's the strongest already and then see how far I can push it, and then just try and take out the Shogun in one massive, super powerful attack. And all these guys are just cannon fodder to fill the giant meter. You heard me. You heard me, the lot of you. See, at level 12. See if we can get to like level 15 maybe. So what I'm actually trying to do is have my cake and eat it too. So I'm power leveling Fuji, but I'm trying to bring along some of my weaker characters, like a couple at a time, just to try and give them a little boost as well. There we go, level up from healing someone. Excellent. I think we just put it all on defense. 3 of the same equipment. Yeah, look at that. It'll lose 2 speed but gain 36 defense points. And resistance too. Yeah. And another one. Yeah. That's what you call a shortcut. Warming up. Learned. What's warming up do? Attack and defense up. Nice. Now that is handy. Alright, let's give this one more go. Only this time I'm focusing on offense all the way. Okay, Braveheart. And where's Audrey? Looks like Audrey can only cast warming up on herself. Oh well, might as well do it anyway. Alright, nice posing. Bring it on, fella. Oh, the Prinny survived this time. Oh, level up, eh? Paying off. Let's do another Braveheart. What do you think? We've leveled him up a few times. He's got double Braveheart on. I don't know if that stacks, I should have checked. I mean, I think anyone can turn into a giant. Even my Crini here. Yeah. But it just makes sense to use my most powerful character at the moment, which is Fuji. Come on. Hiya. Hiya. Look at that, he's gonna do it. 99%. Get done, mate. Oh no, what if I have to also defeat all these guys? Or whatever, he's the biggest threat. Stage clear. To be honest, I didn't think I'd done enough training to do that. Must have been just enough. Excellent. Alright, let's see what happens. What? Something's coming. What? Howdy. Nothing happened. Tokugawa Tenge. Was that his special ability that he tried to use earlier? You stole something, Musumu. I don't know. Oh, while we were fighting, somebody stole it, maybe. Haha. I did it. I think he's saying you had no intention of giving up the weapon. Saisho kara nakattanda. From the beginning. See you! Bye! Oh, what? Shinjo. It's gone, mate. At least you returned safely to the ship. Hey, he's here. Hello. I have no idea what happened then, but I feel like Fuji was coercing him into something. It's like, maybe we'll just throw you off the ship right now. Horidashi. Usankse hanashi da ne. Sounds suspicious. Doesn't really believe it. Whatever it was. I feel like Fuji just said something like, if you're trying to trick us or turn you into fish food, iwashi no esa, like food for sardines. And that's why he's reacted like really scared. Wow, so she's like, you're a true samurai, I think, if we're saying Bushi is samurai. Ishoni, was that Bakufu? Bakufu o Taoshi, if we defeat the Bakufu, Hinomoto o Kaimashou will change it. Once again, immediately trusting someone. So as soon as I get my weapon back, I'll have some revenge. Doubt it, mate. I've got, honest to God, I've got no clue. But just take a look at this image here. What do you reckon's happening? Who cares? There we go, that's the start of chapter 3, which we'll save for next time. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you around.